From Big Sam to the Bearcats, pride runs deep and strong. In Huntsville, Texas, we sing our song. With love and hospitality, we open up our doors. In this beautiful town, blessings we explore. Sting 'em hornets, beat 'em up cats. Sound Houston State, where dreams are at. Good morning, Huntsville, we find our way. Guided by God's love every single day. From parks and recreation, where children laugh and play, to the historical treasures that take our breath away. In the piney woods, we find peace and rest. Huntsville, Texas, truly blessed. With love and hospitality, we open up our doors. In this beautiful town, blessings we explore. Sting 'em hornets, eat 'em up cats. Sound Houston State, where dreams are at. Good morning, Huntsville, we find our way. Guided by God's love every single day. Yeah. In every sunrise, in every prayer, God's grace surrounds us everywhere. Through the highs and the lows, we stand as one. In Huntsville, Texas, His will be done. Sting 'em hornets, eat 'em up cats. Sam Houston State, where dreams are at. Good morning, Huntsville, we find our way. Guided by God's love every single day. Sam to the Bearcats, our spirit.
Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas. Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin with Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
All right, you ready, Deneane?
I'm
Here we go.
ready.
You got to point at me like this. All right, and then we're going to turn, and we're going to point at that camera right there. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Good morning, Huntsville.
There we go. That's perfect, man. All right, welcome in. You know what I started thinking the other day? I say man all the time. I went back and listened to an episode. Someone told me that once, and they said, you say man all the time. And I realized that. I say it all the time. Is there words that you say all the time?
No.
No? No.
Just ask. You can ask Jason. My favorite word is no.
No. Hey, Deneane, you want to go? No. Hey, Deneane, no. Hey, welcome in. We're so thankful that you're joining us here. We're happy to be here. Yes, we're happy to be
are.
here. Yeah. So there's no on that. It's a yes this morning. Caden had an adventure this morning. Kay, if you're watching this morning, there's always a reason whenever I'm a little bit over. And today, the overage was the unexpected. Caden had the unexpected.
You can say that.
Yeah, any parent out there knows what I'm talking about. COVID messed up my sense of smell years ago. When I first got it, I literally have not regained my sense of smell.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Well, here's where I'm going with this. I can smell good things. By the way, did it smell different here in the studio this morning? Did it smell kind of rosy, flowery?
No.
Well, it's supposed to smell better in here, Deneane. I purchased a Bath & Body Works open. I purchased a really nice little scented thing from Bath & Body. I don't know what they're called. Bridget buys them all the time. My sister was in town this weekend.
A warmer.
Yeah, like a little fragrance warm thing. So it smells a little rosy in here, a little bit better. I can smell that. I can smell good things. I cannot smell most bad things unless those bad things are really, really, really bad. Well, this morning, I don't have to say much else. I messaged the school, the wonderful folks at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools this morning, and as I walked in, I said, do I need to handle this? I can. And that generous, gracious teacher, she said, sir, we know you got to get to work. We'll handle it from here. Just go ahead and leave him.
Well, Tomorrow's Promise is an awesome place. You know, my youngest son, Kyle, is moving back home in October. And we want his son to go, our grandson, William, to go to Tomorrow's Promise. Because I really believe in what they do.
They do a great job, and they also take care of the unexpected. And I felt so terrible saying thank you as something not of this earth lurched out of his onesie. I began to pray, thank the Lord for this day and for those great ladies at Tomorrow's. I really did in the car. I said, Lord, thank you for such wonderful teachers that have to put up with this kind of stuff, literally this bad stuff. And then I proceeded to send them a message saying, I can come after lunch if needed. Do I need to get his car seat and take it home to wash it? So that's how my morning started out. How about yours, Deneane? You doing all right?
Yeah, mine started out about 5:30 this morning. Got up and did a few things and got ready, came here.
If you drive down University this morning like Irma did, she already honked at us a few moments ago. She won some pizza yesterday, by the way. I'm going to take that over to her today. Rick won the other day, and so Rick, tomorrow you'll have your pizza from Double Dave's. If you drive down University this morning, though, and you notice a beautiful Dodge Ram pickup truck kind of twisted a little bit. That was Deneane's parking.
Kind of twisted.
A little twisted this morning there.
Well, Jason, you know how I park, and I'm sorry, honey, but I'm a little off center.
little swig of twisted tea this morning as she came in today. And but you know what, Deneane? You got out, and I kind of waved you in, and I knew that it was going to be a little crooked. But I waved you in. I made sure, because you can't see the curb here downtown.
I'm vertically challenged. I can't see over the hood.
Yeah, you're like this. What is that, like a little chipmunk looking over? Yep. Not you, though. But I waved you in, and then I said, go ahead. It's okay. Stop. And then I took a look, and I said, you know what? You're next to me. Who cares? So let that be the inspiration this morning. Sometimes our lives may be a little twisted.
Crooked.
We may not, maybe a little crooked. We may not be doing things on the straight and straight, but we serve a God who allows us to come to him whether we're crooked and twisted, and praise God for that, Deneane. So welcome in as we get started. Jason, by the way, is already on. Jason said that's normal. And then we'll just flash it up here. Jason also says she likes to say no. So there you go. Now, I will say this, though. If you need help, Deneane will not say no. The Thompson family will not say no. Some of the kindest folks you'll ever meet. And Deneane, we love you all. So glad to see you here this morning.
I'm glad to be here.
And Jason, good to have you.
Jason's ready to come back. So hopefully after Friday we'll know some more and be good to go.
Yeah. Well, Jay Money, we miss you, buddy. But we got it ready for you. I had to make sure that we got plenty of room in here for Jason came in on the chair one day, though. We had plenty of room in here. I shuffled the tables down a little bit and cleared out a chair. So. But he'll be back up. He'll be back up and rolling in no time, man. So or back up and walking in no time. So Jason, good to see you this morning as well. We do have a lot of friends joining us. We'll get to those here in just a few moments. Before we do, though, my sister said to you, Deneane, she said, "I love your purple hair. It's beautiful."
Thank you.
So good morning to you, sis. And I let my nieces drive yesterday, and they did a great job. And I'll talk about that a little bit too. So, hey, we want to welcome you in as we get rolling here on this Tactical Tuesday. Big thank you, as always, to Paul Oley of the Gallery as episode 314 is underway. And we so thank you for being a part of it. I said that I'm not going to play this anymore, but it's so catchy. And it's, I needed to bring a little joy and happiness into the show today. We already have it. I got to play this, Deneane. You've heard it before, haven't you?
I don't know.
It's just too good to not play. Because he's listening right now is why I'm playing it.
Huntsville nights, neon lights ignite. Paul Oley at the Gallery, what a sight. Custom frames, each one with flair. You bring your art, he adds the care. We love you, Paul, oh yes we do. Your magic touch, you pull us through. Photography that sparks a flame. The Gallery, a household name.
It's my favorite song, by the way. I have to play that almost every morning. I said I'd never play it again. But it's too catchy.
That is catchy.
We love you, Paul. Oh, yes, we do. Your magic touch, it pulls us through.
I need to come see him.
So good morning, Paul. We see you. He said, hey, good morning. That's why I played that today. I knew Paul was on. We want to thank Paul at the Gallery for all of your custom framing, photography, and more. Check out my good friend Paul Oley here, 1201 University. He's been here for a while, and he's going to continue to be here and take care of your needs. Please go by and see him, and let's support local business. Also, a huge, wonderful shout-out to a really good friend of mine, Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers, and online at elliotsjewelers.com. Elliot has been so active in the community, not to make a name for himself, but to make a name for this community and to help bring some fame to some wonderful nonprofits and organizations that are doing such incredible work. In fact, when we came back a year and a half ago and I had the idea to bring this platform, let me give a little history lesson real quick. Can I give a Hello Huntsville history lesson real quick?
Go for it.
So there was a website in Georgetown called hellogeorgetown.com. This was a very, very popular website. Ken and Ann Partain had started that in Georgetown years ago. They did very, very well with it. And anything that you were searching for on Google related to Georgetown, boom, their website would pop up. Ken did such a wonderful job doing what's called like search engine optimization and all that fun stuff. And so I learned a lot from Ken and Ann and had the privilege to purchase that website from them because at the time they were moving to Colorado. This was right before COVID. It's awesome how God works because I had sold my IT business in 2018. Thought I was going into sales. That it wasn't my cup of tea. Learned a lot, though. Worked for Hewlett, great family there in Georgetown. Hewlett's one of the top dealers in the state. And I had a guy named Mike Stevens that's also the public address announcer in Georgetown for the local football team. And Mike was he was like the sales trainer. And I believe every person in life, no matter if you like him or not, you're going to learn something from him. Now, Mike, I like him a lot, and I still talk to him. But Mike taught me to always sell the appointment, don't sell the car. And so when I'd get on the phone, I wouldn't try to describe how awesome this car was when someone was reaching out. I said, hey, well, come by and take a look at it. I said, you know what, are you available today at 3 or tomorrow at 4? I'd get right to the point. And I was able to schedule so many appointments. But it was so much work. I mean, it's a 6-day-a-week job. You have to work on the weekends. My heart was still in broadcasting. During this transition, a guy named Rudy, who I'm very grateful to Rudy as well. And Rudy said, hey, I think you'd be great at selling insurance. Why don't you come talk to me? He worked for a company, still does, got bought out by Globe Life called Family Heritage. Great supplemental. By the way, if you ever have a Family Heritage Globe Life rep come to your door, because they still do it old school, and they come out to the boonies, they may come knock on your door. And y'all are out in the boonies, so you may be doing what? You knocking at my door, and y'all are in the business of personal safety, so I know y'all may have some personal safety devices. But I'm telling you, the Family Heritage is such a great company, and that's where they get the bulk of their business is out in the boonies because they're not used to people knocking on their door. And so they will come out, and they will knock on your door, and they'll get to know you as a family. Now, if you don't want them to, you tell them to leave, they'll leave. But Rudy gave me an opportunity. I was in sales training for Family Heritage up in Dallas. I get the call because I had forgotten 2 months prior to put in my name to broadcast for Sam Houston State. Got the call while I was up there from Steve Everett, who I'm forever grateful to. And Steve said, hey, Rob, are you ready to come call the Bearcat? I said, man, I've been praying for this. I gave up everything I had in Georgetown. I felt like 15 years of work and running an IT company and selling that, I'd finally made it, right, Deneane? You know, you ever get to the point sometimes where like, I felt like, man, I finally made it. And, for a good 3 years, that was great. And then things happened, and I felt like I didn't make it anymore. But here's where all this comes into play. During all this, in the middle, and I was trying to figure out how to support the family after I'd sold my IT company, we went through a year and a half, had an opportunity to buy Hello Georgetown. It's such a wonderful platform, and I always had that in my back pocket. And even when I had moved to Huntsville, I got a call. As we fast forward, I end up getting a call, a guy named Dave Donahue, so I'm, once again, forever grateful. There's 2 guys in the radio business that deserve all the credit in the world, and that starts with Steve Everett, who used to be here 20 years, still misses this. I talk to Steve at least once a week. He loves this community. He misses this community. His wife, Dee, they've just been good friends. Well, Dave Donahue comes on. Dave says, hey, do you want to come work for us full-time? We want you here. I said, absolutely. And that's when I fully committed. I was driving 3 hours back and forth to do the games. It's everything I wanted. I came here. Dave was so gracious. Still talk to Dave at least once a month. He's up in New York now. But he and I just hit it off and became a great friend, a great mentor. And at the time, I was still trying to do the Hello Georgetown thing, because that was bringing in a little bit of income, not much, but that's how I was supporting my family. We lived for about a year and a half on the proceeds of selling my IT company, and I realized very quickly, like, we ain't going to have no money no more. And so that's why all these ideas started happening. And it's when you stay in faith and you remain positive, you're going to see the doors that God has in front of you. If you are in this state of just being upset and we've all been there. We all have. But if you're in those, you're not going to see what God has placed in front of you. And I've been in that situation. There's been tons of doors that God has had open for me that I did not see because I wasn't in the right mindset. And that's where I'm getting at with this morning is, this whole thing about how Hello Huntsville came to be. The reason I talk about Dave so much is I gave Dave this idea. I'll go on to say it was funny because where I used to work, they launched a podcast with the same name, and I corrected somebody a while back. I said, no, they didn't start that. I have the email to prove it. They just used the name that I had brought, through this. That podcast didn't last long, by the way. But it was funny because Dave told me, he said, that is such a great idea, because I wanted to bring it to Huntsville. Well, I ended up selling Hello Georgetown to a young lady that I'd hired. And since then, she has since sold it. Her and another guy have sold it to another. It's like it's been making its way around town, man. It's like a virus, but a good virus. So now someone else in Georgetown owns it, and they've done very well with it. But I'm so thankful to Dave Donahue because Dave was looking out for me. He wasn't looking out for some corporate entity or trying to, please a boss. He was looking out for me. And that's a sign of a true leader. And I want to encourage you this morning, if you're in a leadership role in your business, maybe you're a manager, maybe you're an owner, yes, you got to look out for your business, but I've always believed that you put your people first and you look out for your people. And I'm not talking if somebody's doing you wrong. Of course, you're not going to sit there and look out for them. You're going to be like, time to go. But if you've got people who have genuine talent, who have genuine love and appreciation for where they're at, you look out for those people first. Dave Donahue was that guy for me. He looked out for me first. He said, Rob, that's such a great idea. He goes, but I don't want you to do it while you're working here because we will own it. And he goes, that is your thing. That is your idea. He's like, you keep that. And so, as many of you know, we end up having to go for financial reasons. Didn't have to. We did, but it was a privilege to go to North Dakota State. Thought I'd be there for 10 years, 20 years. Thought the NBA would be calling the NFL, and God had different plans. And I've learned through so much in life as I've grown up to get better, not bitter. And that's really a phrase that God put in my heart is get better, not bitter. And forgive those that we've crossed paths with, that we feel like have crossed paths with in a negative way. Really feel that. And it's not easy to live that. It really isn't. You wake up some mornings or you go to sleep and you have a dream about something. You wake up angry. You're like, why is there a hole in my wall? I don't know why I punched that last night. But in all seriousness, I'm so thankful to Dave. And that's how this platform started. When we came back, we had no idea what we were going to do. I thought we were going to be moving back to Georgetown. We were going to stay with Bridget's parents. And God opened up some doors. And, for 4 months of us being here, we didn't have much income coming in, so we quickly ran up a little bit of debt that we're still paying off. But it was staying in faith. And the reason I'm not saying this to talk about me. I'm saying this as a message to any of you out there right now that may be lost or you feel like you're wandering in the desert. When you stay in faith, God's going to open some doors. And it may not happen today. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen 10 years from now. But if you remain faithful, those doors will open and you will see them. And for us, we're so thankful that we were able to bring this platform as the first idea I had. In fact, when I decided that I was going to leave Fargo after we prayed about it, and I'd started in the background, I think it was in February because we came back in March. I started in the background in February building this in the background. Didn't say anything about it. And that way, when we came back in March, we hit the ground running. And this was, a couple of years ago. Well, through that, here's why I got into all this, because it relates back to Elliot Herzlich. Elliot believed in this platform so much because it's all about promoting good and positivity in our community. And that's the thing. When people may stumble upon this show or they stumble upon Hello Huntsville, I want them to stumble upon the good in Huntsville.
Yes.
I don't want them to ever tune in or go to our website and see something negative. That's why there's great news sources in this company. In this community. They do a great job. That news needs to be reported on, but we do not report on it here because we want it to be a different option, a positive option. Not knocking any other source. Great source. In fact, I advertise on some of the local media because I think it's great. But for us, that was it. And Elliot said, I love this. He said that there was a similar thing in Tennessee, and Elliot has been such an integral part of helping me get this going and now being here for a year and a half. And he sent me such a nice text message at Casa the other night that almost had me in tears, basically saying thank you for highlighting the good in our community. But I immediately thought back to him because without him and many others, we wouldn't be doing this every day. And here we go, 300-plus episodes. And without Elliot and without our friends Jason and Deneane Thompson, and that's where I segue in. Here on our Tactical Tuesday. We could not bring you this show without Guardian Defense. And I want you to support local business. Maybe when you're thinking about personal safety, when you're thinking about taking care of your family, I know that these social media platforms, they kind of, cringe at the word firearm now or ammunition or gun, which they probably heard me, and the red flags are going off this morning at headquarters of all these places. But the reality is there are places out there that do help and that do want to keep your family safe, and that's what Guardian Defense is all about. It's not about, showing up and having a good time at the range, which people do.
Yes.
But it's also teaching folks how to do it responsibly, and that's the key.
Yes.
So you've been a part of it now for a while. Did you get sucked into it, Deneane, or did it just happen?
It just happened. You
didn't tell Jason no about this, though.
Yes, I did.
You did? Are you for real?
I wasn't for it all the way, but I have a love for guns. I'm a gun fanatic. I love it.
You have a pink one. I've seen it.
Yes, yeah. Roses. Yep, cherry colored.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason, for that. It's beautiful, beautiful handgun.
But once I figured out that I get to play with guns every day, I was like, yeah, let's do this.
Responsibly,
yes.
by the way.
You know, being
yeah.
able to go in and look at the new guns that are coming out, some of the businesses that we use. And it's really cool the way it all works. It's very intricate.
You know, we live in a society now, and I'm not getting political, and please don't take it that way because we don't do this on this platform, but we live in a world now to where it's almost like people cringe when they hear that word gun.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why it is so important to have folks, and I'm not just saying it because they sponsor the show. I've been friends with y'all long before
Yes.
you ever wanted to do anything with us on this. They want you to do things responsibly, and
Yes.
that's the key. And I'm all for background checks being done. You know, if people have a mental history, I think it's important. I think that's one area that we have fallen short. I really do. I think that's one area, and I don't have a lot of knowledge, and I need to sit down with Jason and talk to him, you know, over lunch and learn more about the industry. But when I think about it, and all the terrible things that you hear in the news, because the news likes to promote that
Yes.
stuff, and it's horrible. It is. It's very, very bad what happens to people. I'm not downplaying that at all. We've seen some bad things. And I'm all for responsible gun ownership. I'm all for if somebody has a mental history, then they shouldn't be.
No.
They should not have access to a firearm.
Mm-mm.
But the reality is, me as a dad, I feel a lot safer knowing that I've got something if somebody's going to come after my family.
Yes.
And I believe it's my constitutional right that I should be able to protect my family. Because here's the deal. The bad guy's going to be coming at me with something.
Yes.
And I should not be told that I can't have something to come back at the bad guy that's coming at me. And
Yep.
and the stories that you hear, a lot of it is it's people that have something going on mentally that they shouldn't have in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's irresponsible ownership of these things, of these guns. It's irresponsible ownership. You hear of children getting access. They shouldn't have got access to begin with. That's the parents' fault. And,
True. Well,
and that's why Guardian Defense is all about teaching these things.
Yes. You know, it's like a lot of them, they have the safe that it's numbered.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if your child's anywhere near you, they're going to know that. They're going to know the sounds of the buttons. And so that's how they can gain access. So, you know, if you do have little ones, make sure that you put your gun up, you know, on top of a closet or something where they can't get to it. You know, but they're curious, and they want to find it, they will.
You know, my dad had guns growing up, and you brought up such a good point because I think about when I was a child. Now, my dad taught us he did not have things in a case, didn't, and he probably should have, honestly. But he also put the fire of God in us that if we ever touch those things, it would be like that's it. And
Yeah.
so I was so scared growing up, I never wanted to mess with any of my dad's stuff. But in a way, you got to be more responsible.
Yeah.
Because
And,
you don't know.
you know,
what
we're
a
so
child's gonna
used
do.
to just it being Jason and myself. And, you know, growing up as a child myself, we always had access to the guns. And we never thought twice about it. You know, okay, that gun's right there, let's go. And we never messed with them because it's how we were raised to respect. And as our kids grew up, our boys, we can leave a gun laying out and they would never touch it.
Yeah.
And so we're just, you know, we come in, we take our guns off, we lay them on the coffee table, or we put them beside our bed, and I forget that my grandkids are coming. So I have to remember that when they come, I have to put them up. I got to do something with them. So, but Alan, our oldest grandson, he'll walk in, he says, Nanny, your gun's out. It's like, yeah, I know it is. So then that's my cue to go put it up.
Yeah. Like what Jason just said. Jason's joining said biometric gun safes are some of the best options. What's biometrics, fingerprints, those kind of things. And so think about that this morning. And I don't want you to think about these things because if you are a gun owner, you're looking for more education, you want to know how to responsibly take care of your family. It's why we call it a Tactical Tuesday here on the show. Guardian Defense is your choice here, and not just Huntsville, but throughout the area, the Tri-County area. They're going to take care of all of your needs, and they're going to teach you how to do things responsibly. I know one time, you know, when I came out, Jason was teaching me stuff. I wasn't even shooting, and he was teaching me stuff. So
he's got a passion for it. He really does. He found his niche in life, so to speak, because when he teaches, he glows, and he's just, I don't know, it's hard to describe. I love to watch him sometimes teach because, like, I just fall in love with him all over again.
So, Jason, start teaching as soon as Deneane gets home. Jason, just have a course ready.
There we go.
A one-on-one. But when you have this course, invite Deneane, have some roses, some cherries, all the whole 9 yards, and there you go. So, teach to me, fella. That's what you need to say.
Well, we don't
Jason,
just
sorry,
teach.
Deneane's turning red over here, by the way.
We just don't teach gun safety. If you're a business, give us a call. We'll show you where a good exit would be, or somewhere good for you to, if a gunman comes in, what you can do. So we do teach that also. So if anybody, any business want to know what to do if a gunman comes in, give us a call.
I heard some really fascinating things I never thought about before, and this was at a Rotary Club meeting. And the doors that have the, I guess you call it hydraulic arm on them, like our door up here. That thing's leaking oil from like 1960 though. But someone had a really good idea. The hydraulic arm kind of sticks in. If you can, take a belt. This guy had this. It was great advice because sometimes you can't shut those doors. Mm-hmm. He said, take a belt and wrap it really tight around that pneumatic arm, and then that door won't open. And I was like, man, that is such smart thinking. Never thought of that. Those kind of things you'll learn from Jason and Guardian Defense. They'll teach those kind of things. Jason said he's jumping on the scooter right now to go pick up some flowers, by the way. Sweet Caroline, she'll deliver. Call Leah over at Sweet Caroline. And then I don't know who sells the cherries, man. Maybe HEB. Well, let's take our first break. I did want to highlight some things with Guardian Defense this morning because I think it's so important. For more information, go online, GuardianDefenseLLC.com. Again, that website, GuardianDefenseLLC.com. We are here with Deneane Thompson, Guardian Defense, our Tuesday sponsor. Again, their website, GuardianDefenseLLC.com. We'll continue our keyword. I've still got a little bit of Double Dave's to give away. I think today it's going to be a cash gift card. I've been giving away pizzas, but they've given me some cash gift certificates. And all you got to do, if you want to continue your chance to earn a little pizza, all you got to do is text in the keyword PICNIC, P-I-C-N-I-C. Sounds like a rap song. I got that P-I-C-N-I-C. You know me. It's horrible to me. It's just terrible rapping. Keyword is picnic, P-I-C-N-I-C, with your name on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. That number, 936-339-0139. Again, 936-339-0139. We'll step aside. We'll take our first break. More to come. Stay with us and let us know you're out there. Hit like, hit share, so we can promote the good here in Huntsville. We'll be right back after this. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted, family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at GuardianDefenseLLC.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Here we grow again. Tomorrow's Promise is excited to announce our third location to better serve the families of Walker County and surrounding areas. At Tomorrow's Promise, we are more than just childcare. We pride ourselves on partnering with parents and creating a place where every child is respected, loved, and nurtured in the highest quality environment. See what makes us the perfect fit for your child and their needs. Schedule a tour and learn more about Montessori.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tpms.live for more information. Education you can trust.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here for Elliott's Jewelers. I wanted to take a brief moment to let you know if you're looking for someone in the jewelry business right here in Huntsville, look no further than my good friend Elliott Herslick. He's helped me out time and time again, whether it was that wedding band that I needed a while back or that special ring for Bridget. He's always been there for me. He goes above and beyond. He's also a person who gives back to the local community. I like to do business with those who give back, and that's exactly what Elliott Herslick of Elliott's Jewelers does. Hey, if you feel like you don't know what to do, maybe you don't know where to turn, what to look for, Elliott is the person. Again, it's Elliott's Jewelers. You can visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com for more information. And when you call him, let him know that you heard from his good friend Rob Hipp. Again, it's Rob here for Elliott's Jewelers. Visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com.
Spirit of Huntsville, spiritradio.fm. Huntsville nights, neon lights ignite. Paul only at the gallery, what a sight. Custom frames, each one with flair. You bring your art, he adds the care. We love you, Paul, oh yes we do. Your magic touch, you pull us through. Photography that sparks.
All right, there it is.
Gallery.
Man, it just, I don't know if it gets any better. I want that song. I want that song. I want to play that song every single day in my car, on my truck, on the way here, every day.
It's uplifting.
I want to get Paul to dance to it, by the way. So, Paul, if you can do that, you let me know, Bubba, and we'll get you in here. See, that means you're a good friend when you say Bubba. You let me know, Bubba. Billy Coffin taught me that. Let's get to some folks joining us here on the Soch streams this morning. A lot of folks chiming in today, and we'll say hello to them. We are back here. Welcome in.
Yep.
Good morning, Huntsville, on a Tactical Tuesday. Deneane Thompson at Guardian Defense. Jamie Saucier of Saucier Woodwork saying good morning on this terrific Tactical Tuesday. Kyle Kreiner, the Brisketeer of Huntsville, joining us. Jennifer Augustinetti also saying good morning, saying it's a terrific Tuesday. You all have a blessed day and be safe. My sister down in, she's actually at work in Georgetown, lives in Temple, saying good morning, Huntsville. Happy Tuesday, friends. Quentin Glaze, our number one engager, saying good morning. And he reminded me that we got some weather on the way again today. Boy, It rained and rained and rained yesterday.
It did.
But it was kind of that good soaking rain. It wasn't like a flooding rain, which I was thankful for. But, man, as we look through this forecast the rest of the day, we're going to start out showers and thunderstorms likely as this day continues on. 90% chance of precip. Thunderstorms continue tonight. By the way, it's more of the same. We're talking 90% today, 60 tonight, 80 tomorrow, 50 to Wednesday night. Friends, it goes on through the entire week, and maybe some clearing as, nope, never mind. Through Monday, I'm looking at the National Weather Service. There's rain in the forecast every day, at least through Monday. So hopefully we don't get too much of it. But you know what? I'm thankful. The grass is green. The lakes are filling up. And as long as it's not a flooding rain, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
So that's where it is. So good morning to you, Quentin Glaze. Carolyn Gibson, the grandmother of Huntsville joining us. So good to see you this morning, Carolyn. Kyle Kreiner, by the way, said you may be a little twisted, but next to Rob, it's A-OK. So I guess you're okay if you're twisted next to me this morning. Asa Jowers joining us. Asa, so great. We're so thankful for folks like Asa as well. She found out about Hello Huntsville. She's been so engaged with our show and sharing what we're doing every day, and we just appreciate that, Asa, so much. She even won a prize from us. And she said, I'm thankful for my family and good health. And it's folks like Asa and many of you who have been with us since we started, continuing to share our show, share this platform. You don't know how much that means to us. And it helps promote business, too. You know, folks may not have money to support local business, but it's so easy just to share a post or share a broadcast. And that helps these businesses. So, well, hey, a lot going on in our community, and we're highlighting those events. The public library had a chance to go yesterday. First time. I told Amanda Start Event, she was on the show a few weeks ago. I said, Amanda, I promise I'm going to get over to the library soon. Well, I did, and I got this cool, I don't know if you can see this. Hold on, I'm not even on the right screen. I got this cool little library card now. And I'm going to tell you, our library has some really awesome resources. They have a genealogy room, computer lab, a whole children's area. I can't wait to take Braylon. And I've even volunteered to read stories.
Wow.
So I'm going to read a few stories to some of the little ones. So make sure that you take advantage of our public library for all ages. You don't have to be a little one. You can be an older one as well. So go out there and be a part of the public library. And when you go by there, let Amanda and the staff know that you heard about the library here through Hello Huntsville. And speaking of which, they have classes going on all the time. Amanda's been so good of posting these on our website. You can go to hellohuntsvilletx.com/events. Again, that is the website, hellohuntsville.com/events, to see all of these events, not just with the library, but, I mean, they're having an adult art class today starting at 5 o'clock, 16 and up. So you can learn just to create your very own painting today, meditative, calming painting. Meditative, Deneane, calming.
Calm is not in my vocabulary.
Take a deep breath and then Gruz Fraba. Okay, you ready? You have to take a deep breath and then you say Gruz Fraba as we come out. Ready, Deneane? Here we go.
I say Mufasa.
Okay, well, we're going to do Gruz Fraba in honor of Adam Sandler and anger management. You ready? Gruz Fraba. Man,
I'll say Mufasa. So
okay, I'm going to try Mufasa. You ready? Let's try it. Ready? Mufasa. That's the noise you make when the Pepto-Bismol's working. So, there you go. Adult art. That did feel good, though, man. That felt real good. Walker County 4-H having an all-about informational night tonight. If you want to learn more, it's open to youth ages 5 to 18. That is taking place tonight, starting at 5:30 at the Walker County Extension Office. That's out on Tam Road in Unit B. 4-H, great program. Young people being able to get involved and so much going on with 4-H. Speaking back to 4-H, tomorrow, not only are they having the informational day today, tomorrow they're having a photography camp. And so, again, for young people, 3rd to 12th grade, there's still stuff going on this summer. Summer's not over. School's still out for the summer.
Yeah.
It's still out. Photography day camp, that taking place also at the AgriLife Extension Office. Family Neon Bingo Night. That happening out at the library. That's coming up tomorrow. See all this? And one that I'm really excited, I'm going to try to get out there tomorrow evening. Sam Houston men's basketball having their summer sneak peek. And for all of you that want to get to know these young men, that will be taking place tomorrow from 5 to 7 at Johnson Coliseum. You can go out and meet the team.
I'm going to be there. I've got to be there.
Meet the team tomorrow night. Sam Summer sneak peek.
You know, I have to say this. Those young men are some of the most polite and grateful young men. I can't recall a game that I've been to that they did not go through and see the audience or the crowd. You know, they always make their way through and they'll hug, they'll do a high five or they'll do the fist bump. But they are just a good group of kids. And the girls too. You know, we can't forget about our girls. Some of our girls are really good.
Yeah, the whole program is awesome. Chris Mudge does such a great job. And women's basketball as well.
Yeah,
under Coach Raven Justice. Wonderful, wonderful lady for sure. But again, all these events, beginner Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo estás, Deneane?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Poquito bueno. Little good. I need to go to beginner Spanish because my Spanish is very, very beginner. That's happening Thursday. More going on at the 4-H. They got a robotics camp happening on Thursday as well. Birds in your backyard man, look at all this stuff happening. Then the farmer's market on Saturday.
Oh, I love the farmer's market.
Fish printing. What is that? Well, go to hellohuntsvilletx.com/. I think you're taking fish and you're stamping them on paper. So you want to go print some fish? By golly, you can do it here in Huntsville, Texas, baby. We got some fish printing going on. No idea. But you know what? The park is open. I saw a notification yesterday. A lot of the state park is reopened, and that's where you can do some fish printing.
Yep.
Get on down there and get the rest of it. But they really do a good job too. So I'm not poking fun. They're awesome folks, and so much going on in our community that we're so thankful for. Asa was talking about the Sam Houston men's basketball team. She said some of them came to Samuel Walker Houston Elementary as volunteers, and they were very professional. Absolutely. You know, we have a partnership. And I think you're talking about Samuel Walker Houston Elementary, Asa. Eric Burns, boy, what a tremendous asset to Huntsville. He is the principal over there. And just an all-around, salt-of-the-earth, passionate about taking care of kids guy. They don't come much better than Eric Burns. And I'm going to tell you, he is wonderful. Got to meet him and get to know him. Our church at First Baptist has a really awesome ministry. It's part of an adopt-a-school ministry, and area churches adopt different schools. Well, we adopted Samuel Walker Houston Elementary. It'll be my first year volunteering, but on Fridays, all it is 2 hours a week, and we get to go out there and spend time with these youngsters. Of course, take a background check and all that. I've already did it through the school district, so it's very safe. But we get to go there at lunch and help these students open their milk cartons and just talk to them. You know, if they need help with a homework question, those kind of things.
You know, you don't know when you're going and doing something like that is there might be a child or somebody that really needs you and you don't know it. You can change that child's life.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's one reason that I really love this Adopt-a-School ministry and Samuel Walker Houston Elementary. It's such a great school for young kiddos. And shout out to HISD, too, for our young kids. They do a wonderful job here in the community, and appreciate all that they do. And Dr. Shepard is so passionate. You know, that's what I love. It's like you get that early education through Tomorrow's Promise, which gets you jump-started, gets you set up for a successful childhood of literacy. And then as you transition in and go to public school or even private school, Alpha Omega Academy, they do such a great job too. Huntsville really does invest in our young people. I want to encourage you. Here's some more inspiration this morning. I want to encourage you this morning, if you think that our schools aren't doing a great job, or if you think that our youth have no hope, and I'm not talking about just here in Huntsville, I'm talking about in general, I want you to engage with educators. I want you to go talk to a Kay Boning. Go to Tomorrow's Promise. Learn about what they do. Go get a meeting with someone on the school board. Ken Holland's a great guy. He's, you know, I don't publicly endorse folks and politically, but I will say Ken is a good friend, and I will endorse him. I'll say he has my full support because he is such a tremendous asset to this community. He's signed up for another 3 years with the Huntsville School Board. Get to know these people.
Yep.
Because they're going to teach you and inform you about the great things happening in our community with our youth. Alpha Omega Academy, Don Jackson is over there as the head of school. He does a wonderful job. We have so much going on in our community for young people. Look at what Amanda's posted about the public library, all these events they're having. You know, not just for young people. And Karen made a comment, and, you know, she's right, though. She is right to a degree. She said school systems aren't the same when I was growing up. They're not. No. There's a lot of things that have been taken out of the schools. But I think we, as parents, as adults, you know, we can try our best to fill some of that gap and bring some of that back. And if we can't bring it back in the actual school, I'll tell you what, we can bring it back at home.
Yeah. And
a lot of it, that's where it starts. It starts at home.
I agree.
And so think about those things, you know, this morning. And Karen, though, you're so right. And so glad to have you on joining us this morning as well. Hey, we're continuing here on another edition of Good Morning Huntsville. Want to go over a few things today about what it is the day of, what's going on. On this day, some of these are, you know, I need to start reading through these a little bit more. On this date in 1998, scientists announced they had been able to clone 50 mice. 50 mice in 1998, cloning going on. Don't know why I brought that up, but, it is whatever. On this date in 1885, Ulysses S. Grant, a former president, 18th U.S. president, died at the young age of 63. Did you know he'd been asked to be cremated? Asked to be cremated, but as much as he consumed of the adult beverage, they were afraid the fire wouldn't go out for months. So God rest his soul. Today is National Lemon Day. Are you a lemon? Are you a
I like lemon.
Well, I don't want to ask if you're a lemon because that means like a car that's a lemon is not a good thing. So
no,
do you
I like
partake
my
of the lemon?
lemons. I like my lemons.
All right, today National Lemon Day. It's also, how about this? Mom's watching. It's Gorgeous Grandma Day today.
Gigi.
Gorgeous Grandma Day today. So, Mom, I love you. My mom is my gorgeous grandma to my children. So, National Gorgeous Grandmother Day. It's also National Vanilla Ice Cream Day today. So, if you'd like to, we have a whole studio here and the table's empty.
Yep, bring us some ice cream.
Still got about 10 minutes. You're more than welcome to pick up what we're putting down this morning. National Vanilla Ice Cream Day. What is it? This is some other stuff I'm not really going to go over. I promise I'm going to start reviewing this. Here's a cool one, though. Woody Harrelson turned 63 today. Can you believe
wow.
that? One of my favorite movies that he was in was White Men Can't Jump.
Yes.
Love that movie with him and Wesley Snipes. Whatever happened to Wesley Snipes?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I have not seen that guy anywhere.
Not since he got in trouble.
No, Woody Harrelson. I didn't know he got in trouble. Woody Harrelson, 63. Man, you talk about a wide-ranging career from the young bartender on Cheers. To Killing Zombies, to True Detective, to co-starring in Solo. White Men Can't Jump, another one. I think that's one of the best in my opinion. All in a day's work. He was also in one of those real popular science fiction movies, The Hunger Games.
Yes.
He was in those as well. Boy, check this out. Things you need to know.
Uh-oh.
Brad Pitt. Angelina Jolie. This is something you need to know. Their 18-year-old daughter, Shiloh, took out a newspaper ad in the Los Angeles Times announcing that she is dropping her dad's last name. She has filed a petition to legally change her name to Shiloh Nouvelle Jolie.
Huh.
I wonder if a dad, how you would feel about that.
I don't know.
If my son decided he was going to, I don't know how I'd feel about that. Again, starts at the home. Trying to look at this. Wow, I'm not going to read that because it's political. Wow. Boy, this is, Howard Stern is a little cray-cray in the radio world, but I will mention this. His sidekick, Robin Quivers, was diagnosed with stage 3 endometrial cancer back in 2012. This was years ago, though. In 2013, she announced that she was in remission after 15 months of chemotherapy. But the cancer came back in 2016, and even to this day, due to more therapy, still fighting that illness. Now, I know that many of you aren't fans of Howard Stern. I'm really not either, to be honest. But the story of how Robin Quivers became his co-host is one that you really need to go research. She wanted to do the news, and when he was, I think it was at WNBC, they said, we're bringing you a newswoman. Well, the first day he was joking around with her, and that's been his sidekick for all these years, 30 plus, probably going on 40 years now. A few other things. I cannot wait to see this. Twisters, not Twister, but Twisters, the new tornado movie. Pulled in $80.5 million at the box office last weekend. This Friday, Deadpool and Wolverine joined that party as well. But how about that? Travis Kelce. Keep hearing the Kelce name. Nobody cares. But he's gone from a beard to a freshly trimmed mustache. Are you a trimmed mustache, a beard, or a clean-shaven kind of gal?
I kind of like my beards.
You like the beards?
I like the beards.
Simpsons did it again in a 2000 episode. Do you watch the Simpsons cartoon?
No.
I still watch it, by the way.
I don't watch it.
Been watching it my whole life. Longest running cartoon in history. There's been this kind of conspiracy theory that they predict the future because a lot of what they've done in the show has came to pass. It's kind of neat. In a 2000 episode, Bart to the Future, Lisa Simpson becomes the first female president of the United States. In the episode, she's wearing identical purple ensemble that Kamala Harris wore during the 2021 inauguration, including the pearl necklace and earrings. So the Simpsons may be predicting the future again. CBS had a special last night. Did not get to see it. I saw excerpts of it. But Bob Newhart, A Legacy of Laughter, you can watch that on Paramount Plus. Bob Newhart passing away earlier this past week. Just a tremendous, tremendous guy. In his 90s, he was still acting, by the way, but he has passed away. A couple of Did You Knows today. Well, let's do this, and then we'll get to the Did You Knows. Here's today's impossible question. Okay. We're not going to answer it right away, but today's impossible question. 5% of us, I think more nowadays, I don't know why it says 5%, but 5% of us, or I was going to say many of us, but 5% of us have this items in our home but never use it. I'm going to say that I would probably say 25% of us have this item. I grew up in a house that did not have one of these. That may give you a hint. I did not have one of these. We do now. We have in our last couple of homes. What is it? 5%, according to this, but I think it's more. 5% of us have this but don't use it. Think about that. Do you have any idea what it may be?
No.
So while folks are determining this question, did you know over 200,000 college students have walked dogs to make extra money? Kind of a fact that no one cares about. The average shopping cart is good for how many miles? The average shopping cart. How many miles can the average shopping cart? This is
3.
27,000 miles. Who does this? Do they put a tag on these things?
But you go to one of our stores and I hate getting the buggy goes ka-chicka, you know, that. Oh, I can't stand that.
17% of people say pancakes are the worst food to find hair in. Ugh. I would agree. Have you ever been eating a pancake and all of a sudden you start pulling and then there's little crumbs on the hair?
Nope.
I would agree. 33% of guys say that they will ignore changing a light bulb for a few days, hoping someone else will take care of it. I'm the type of guy that if I see a light out, I change it. I just changed one way up high on our ceiling. Almost fell off the ladder. I changed it. I don't like lights out.
I do the light bulbs.
Car manufacturer Volkswagen. Did you know that they also make sausages?
Nope.
Had no idea. They actually make more money from their sausage than they do from their car sales. Is this true? This cannot be true.
I don't know.
Are you? There is no. Oh my goodness, they really do.
What is the sausage called?
Wow, it's called the Volkswagen Currywurst. It's a brand of sausage that has been produced by the German car manufacturer since 1973. It's manufactured at the Wolfsburg Volkswagen plant and is sold in restaurants in 6 German factories. Wow. The product has been described as the most produced of any Volkswagen parts, with some 7 million sausages being manufactured. I had no idea that Volkswagen made sausage. Boy, how about that? If you buy a Volkswagen, you get a free year of sausage from Volkswagen. The things you'll learn on this show, not only Huntsville, but everywhere else. 25% of women have a mint from a restaurant in their purse. Costs them nothing, of course. So do you have a mint in your purse?
I don't carry a purse.
No mint. And what about your pocket?
Nope.
No mint. All right. We eat close to how many billions of dollars worth of sandwiches every year? How many billions of dollars would you estimate, Deneane? Is a
42.
$121 billion worth of sandwiches.
Oh, wow. I was way off.
85% of people who buy a treadmill say they never use it after have owned them for 1 year. I'm guilty of that. My sister wanted it, and I said, no, you can't have it. Oh, did you get the stair steps, Rebecca? I was going to give her these stair steps. I don't know if I gave them. I told her she could have them. I do want to start using that treadmill, by the way. I've had it for several years.
We have a treadmill. We have an elliptical. We don't use them.
Yeah, that's what happened. You think you need them, and then you never use them. The most annoying habit of our spouses is selective listening and hearing.
I believe that.
Snail. How many teeth do you think a snail has? No, I didn't know this.
A snail has teeth?
Yes, did not know this. How many do you think they have?
40?
Between 2,000 and 15,000 teeth.
What?
Had no idea. The things you'll learn. There are 3 times as many tanning salons in the U.S. as there are Starbucks. Can you believe that? I'm not a Starbucks fan. I think they're highly overpriced. And finally, movie trailers were originally shown after the movie, which is kind of weird, which is why they were called trailers. So those are some things that you need to know today. One other thing here. Trying to look at this as we sometimes have some good news, some fun news. Let's look at this one real quick. A man hides a $1,700 Goodwill buy from his wife. I'm trying to make sure this is okay to talk about. Sometimes these aren't. Okay, yeah, this is all right. If you prefer online shopping to in-person browsing, Goodwill's online store offers that option for not only its typically gently used clothing, books, and houseware. I go to Goodwill. Someone was wearing a Rays of Hope shirt, by the way, at our church, and the young lady said, "Oh, I found it at Goodwill." That's all right. It's making its way around. Also, rare items with heavier price tags. The nonprofit is now boasting of a historic sale via its site, a tattered piece of one of George Washington's tents. Somebody had a tattered piece of George Washington's tent. They placed it in a frame with a note explaining the fragment had been taken from a 1907 exhibit celebrating the 300th anniversary of Virginia's Jamestown. Richard Dana Moore was the somewhat suspicious history buff who stumbled across this artifact in 2022 while looking through Goodwill's historic documents section. Though he held off bidding for weeks, when Moore peered more closely at the item for sale, he noticed that both the tent and fragment note had signs of aging, which spurred him to finally make a winning bid of just over $1,700.
Wow.
Moore still wasn't sure he'd made the right move, so he hid this from his wife as he tried to suss out its origins. He contacted the Philadelphia's Museum of the American Revolution, which already possesses Washington sleeping in office tent. The museum was excited but very wary upon receiving the fragment for examination, but sure enough, based on the weave of the fabric and the note itself, the museum staff determined that the fragment, in fact, was authentic. Moore has loaned the fragment, which came from a not-on-display tent now owned by the Smithsonian, to the Museum of the American Revolution for display. He'll get it back early next year in January. He still can't believe that he's now the only recognized private owner of a piece of the first president's tents and believes it can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Can you imagine the information and the things that were said within that tent, he says?
I don't know.
So pretty cool stuff. So this morning, think about some of the things I think about things that I tossed out that I should have never have. Yeah. One of them was it was pretty much a brand new Apple Macintosh 128K from 1984. My aunt gave it to me. All the original plastic boxes. Still had the cassette tapes, because back then you did tutorials of the computer on a cassette tape. All the manuals, all the discs. Deneane, I threw it out when I got older. After Steve Jobs died, a computer like that, I saw it sold on eBay with all the original boxes and I even had the printer and the box. Thing went for almost $10,000, and I threw it away. Had a TRS-80 Radio Shack computer, threw it away. So a few years ago, I started collecting those items again, and now I've got like 4 Macintoshes, although, I don't have all the cool stuff. So a little bit to share with you this morning. Deneane, before we go, any final things from you? We got to make our phone call here in a minute, but is there anything that's been on your mind?
No, but I wanted to say thank you to everybody who came out this weekend.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that.
Yeah, we had a free range day, and several people came out, and we appreciate that. Made some good contacts and met some really good people. And, thanks to Dwayne with Lone Star Securities, he teamed up with us and made it really good.
We're going to have Dwayne on the show next Tuesday as well, so we're looking forward to having Dwayne on, and we will talk to him and see how things are going in his neck. I love the fact, I know there's some crossover between y'all's two businesses, but I love the fact that y'all have found a way to work together and help promote each other. That's what we should do.
Well, he offers something different than what we can offer, and we offer stuff that he can't, and so we just work hand in hand, and you just have to make the best out of it. And he's a really neat guy, really good guy. His staff, I think it's Mike. He's a really, really neat guy. So we got to spend the Saturday with them, and we really enjoyed it.
Let's head over to our Zero Degree Creations phone and text line. We got a little winner today, some Double Dave's Pizza cash coming their way. And sometimes it takes my little phone system a while to warm up. We have the winner. The randomizer has selected, and here we go. Possibly. I said we're going. I don't hear a ring.
I don't either.
Hello. I hear no ring, Deneane.
I don't either.
Let's try this again. All right, let's try it one more time. Sometimes if your cell phone is not in range, it won't connect.
We're not getting anything out of that one.
Yeah, it's like, I promise the service is active. All right, well, sorry. Got to answer to win. And that's not our fault. That's the cell phone not working. Let's head over to another number. We got another randomizer here has selected. Now, if it doesn't go through on this, see, it's not
There
my
we
system.
go.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
This is Earl and Jean here. How are you
I
doing?
can tell.
I'm getting over I smoked for 40 years. And I'm finally getting over my smoking cough.
Oh, my land.
Who do we have the pleasure of speaking to this morning?
This is Grandma Carolyn Gibson.
Grandma Gibson, how you doing? I kind of like talking like this, Carolyn.
I'm having a good day. I'm going to stay in out of the rain.
Hey,
Good.
When I talk like this, Grandma Gibson, it kind of massages my temples on my head. Hello, Grandma.
I think of Sling Blade, that movie.
Grandma Gibson, it's been a while since you've won from us, but you've been texting in.
I know. Well, I have, but I've been in Montana. I've been in Montana, my daughters. So.
Are you back here in Huntsville now?
I'm back home.
Now,
yeah,
had you been
I missed the hurricane. So.
Yeah. Well, have you been to Montana before, or was that your first time?
Never. My daughter moved from Montgomery up there 2 months ago.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
Can you give us the quick version of what you experienced?
You can see Glacier Park from their backyard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Right, yeah.
How long were you there for?
In fact, about 3 weeks.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What all did you get to do while you were there?
Well, we took a tour of Glacier Park. My son-in-law practiced dentistry up there 40 years. So they've moved back up there to his home. And he has family there, and she loves it. It's just, they're having 95-degree heat, and they think they're dying this week, but there's no humidity.
Yeah,
I'm loving it.
The glaciers are melting up there. So, yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
Now, has he retired from the dental business? Is he retired?
Semi.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get any? Now, I got to ask, because I would take advantage of this. Is there any free dental work in it for you?
That's his goal, is to set up a way and a foundation to help people that can't pay for dental work. That's his goal.
That's good.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, we got a little Double Dave's cash coming your way today, courtesy of Kathleen Stone.
My.
So, have you been to Double Dave's in a while?
It's been a little while, but I like to go there. I love the salad bar and the pizza. Yeah.
All right. Well, we got a little gift card to Double Dave's, and of course, you can pick that up over at First, Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
So we'll have it over there for you today. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Deneane's got
Have
a quick.
good day.
Well, Deneane's got a quick question for you.
What do you love about Huntsville?
What do I love about Huntsville? I love the people, the community. It's friendly. It's home. I just love it.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
We appreciate you, Miss Gibson, and thank you for being the grandmother of Huntsville.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, I just absolutely love Carolyn. She's been watching our show since we started, and another person that's really helping promote the good in Huntsville. Kyle Kreiner was making fun of me a while ago because he thought it was Billy Bob Thornton from Sling Blade. Yeah, ain't got no gas in it. That's what you were saying earlier. Yeah, ain't got no gas in it. Now, Carl, he's kind of simple.
He likes his biscuits.
Yeah, mine biscuits and taters, with a little mustard on it. Now, Carl, he's kind of a simple man. What's wrong with that engine there, Carl? Let him go over there and take a look at it, Carl.
Here we go.
Ain't got no gas in it. Almost fell on you, Deneane.
I know. That's why I put my arm up. It's okay.
If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it, by the way. You don't know what we're talking about. All right. Well, again, for all things personal safety, please visit our friends at Guardian Defense online at GuardianDefenseLLC.com. Deneane, Jason, they'll take care of Thompson family. Wonderful, wonderful folks. And I did want to mention we had fun at Casa Bingo.
Yes, we did.
Got to meet Aunt
Dodie.
I say Mama Dodie because when I was at Lakewood, Joel's mama, her and her husband founded the church back in the 50s, and we still call her Mama Dodie. She's 93 and still goes to every service. So when I saw Aunt Dodie, I thought of Mama Dodie.
She's a unique character.
I've never seen this before. Now, she must have been a big-time bingoer back in her day.
Yes, she was.
She had a hard case, glass case, and these were your grandma's glasses.
Yeah, that's what she uses.
You open them up, not only was it bingo glass, they had lights on them. These are your grandma's glasses. And
those are Aunt Dodie.
Aunt Dodie. Those are your Aunt Dodie glasses. You should have asked her if you could have borrowed those today and brought them on the show and wore them. Maybe next week, all
Maybe
right?
next time.
Next week.
Next time.
All right, well, that'll wrap it up here on this Tactical Tuesday, friends. I want to encourage you today, please, please, please help somebody. I end the show with this phrase, and as I end it, please listen to it today. Don't ever let these words just flow through your brain. Let them soak into your heart, that we truly are not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We really aren't. Friends, we need each other. Please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support to somebody today. I guarantee somebody out there needs you. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning. Kay and Rick Boning of Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. We will be on at 7:30. Terry Coleman will be in with us talking real estate. We'll also have Roxanne Moss on Thursday. And then we will wrap up the show on Friday for the week with Billy Cawthon and Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Until then, we'll see you back at it tomorrow, 7:30, right here, not only on Spirit Radio FM, but across the social media channels. So long, and God bless. We'll see you, Deneane.
See you, Rob.